How's it? Today is Monday, October 4th. I am snatching today, just a slight increase from last week. Last week was the first week I did this new complex power snatch plus full snatch. I did 185 for 5 1 plus 1s last week. So today I could have went up to 195, but I think I would have struggled quite a bit. So I made the call to just do a 5 pound jump at 190. And, it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy for the most part with how I lifted. I think a lot of the scariness about power snatching, or like the apprehension, is starting to go away very slightly, but any amount is a good amount to feel more comfortable with the lift. I think that next week I may be able to do 195 for a few sets. So today I basically did a range of 3 to 5 sets of 1 plus 1. I was aiming to go for 5 1 plus 1s. And so I did, I believe it was 4. I think it was 3, and then I missed my fourth one, my fourth full snatch. And from there, I tried to get like a comeback make and make it so that I was able to do um, a double for the full snatch on one of the sets, and it just didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. In any case, I did make a bunch of the lifts, and I did miss a few of the full snatches. I don't think I missed any of the powers. If anything, well, I know I didn't miss any of the powers. If anything on the powers, I may have missed it by height. Otherwise, that's just not really something I was worried about today. So here's my first set. There was definitely a power on that first one, and a lot of these full snatches are just a little bit labored. I think a lot of it has to do with my upper body being fatigued from the power snatch itself, and I'm not really able to lock in the way that I want to and the way that I should be able to. You see there, like I have plenty of height there, but I'm just kind of sneaking under the bar, and just never a good sign for it to happen. Here's my third set. I was very lucky to get that one. You see that I just sort of sit at the bottom and trying to figure out whether or not I can stand up. Here's the one where I fail. So definitely get the power snatch, and then from here, I think I just pulled too far backwards, which doesn't typically happen. And yeah, I can't stabilize from there. It just feels like my shoulder is going to collapse in on itself. And then here's that one set where I said like I do one full snatch, and then I try to redeem myself. That's what I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for earlier. A redemption lift with this double full snatch. And it just doesn't come together. Like, not at all. And then I was like, okay, like I did that one set, so I'm just gonna make a whole nother set just to redeem myself. And I miss this one again, and I think this is the last attempt that I give myself for this complex. I was pretty frustrated at this point, especially with a miss like that. But like overall, that's 6 power snatches at 190, which is not something that I could have comfortably said in the past. That like if I did 6 singles for power snatch at 190 in the past, like that's pretty big for me. So like today, me doing it today is no different, and I can't be mad about that. So I moved into my snatch deadlifts with the slow eccentric. These are not hard at all. I think the hardest part about them is holding my breath so that I have enough tightness as I descend. Otherwise, everything just, it feels like I can hold these positions for quite some time. I say this basically every week, but it's kind of weird to think that my goal snatch is higher than this. And when I pull these deadlifts, it's like, okay, like there's no way I'll be able to deadlift this right now. So it's like a weird perspective that I need to adopt, where it's like, okay, yeah, like I'm nowhere near close to lifting this, but if I don't ever lift it, if I don't ever work with deadlifts or pulls or whatever at the weight or above the weight, then there is no way I'll ever snatch it. So it's a humbling thought, but it's also like okay, like I'm working to get there, and it's just a strange thing to constantly be thinking about for those. After that, I moved into my snatch balances. Just 3 sets of 2 at 210, which is a little bit under last week's kind of kerfuffle. Last week I think I did like 205, and then I went to 215, and I missed, which is not something that I am happy about. But this week I just wanted to make sure that I hit all the lifts properly, and so that's why I stayed with 210. Um, I was supposed to only do 205 last week, so when I went up to 215, it was like, okay, yeah, like if I could do 215, that's great, but that's a little unnecessary at this point, and it just produced a miss, and that's not something I'm very happy about. Yeah, pretty simple about these, real straightforward. This is actually very light. I think my best snatch balance double is at like 235 or 245 or something like that. And then my best single is 275. I don't remember. Like, these are not numbers I really care about, like in the case that I do push for a heavy one, I will go back and I will look for a weight that I did previously, but I don't care. Like, I really do not care how heavy I'm able to do those for. After that, I did my weighted pull-ups with 50 pounds today. I was able to make all 3 sets of 10 today, and then I did my windshield wipers just to get some ab work in. Yeah, again, today was pretty good. Like 6 total power snatches at 190. That's pretty big for me. So pretty happy with that. Thank you for watching. Shoots.